Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching. You must be wondering what's wrong with my face. There is something wrong, yes. Half of my face is all the beauty mistakes that most of the people make while doing makeup, and half of my face is the right way of doing makeup. I know there's no right and wrong way of doing makeup, but there are certain mistakes which should be avoided, which can level up your makeup game. So if you want to see what all makeup mistakes you need to avoid, keep on watching. So this side is going to be my wrong side and this side is going to be my right side. I'm going to do all the stuff that I have seen people doing wrong on this side. So let's start with the first mistake that most of you do, that is not to prime. So I'm definitely not going to prime on this side, but I'm going to prime on this side. I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and I'm going to apply it on the areas where I can see my pores especially. And now we come to foundation. I'm going to apply this Bobbi Brown foundation, and on this side I'm going to apply it the way I have seen people applying foundation. I have seen people putting foundation like this. You actually drag the beauty blender all over your face, which is not the right way. And then you forget your neck. Instead, what you should do is, you should always dab your foundation on your skin. So that you can deposit the foundation. And we need not forget the neck. It's very important to cover your neck as well. Make sure that your beauty blender is damp. You're not going to apply foundation with a beauty blender which is not damp. Now we come to concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And what most of you do is you apply concealer and again you drag the product on your skin and then you say that your concealer is not working for you. That's not the right way of applying concealer. Instead, what you should do is you should apply concealer, let it sit for a few seconds, and then again you have to press your beauty blender on top of this so that it sets on your skin. And whenever you apply concealer, make sure you're not going too close to your eye, because this is the area where you get most of your wrinkles. Just the application makes a lot of difference. Can you see the difference? And now we come to powder. What I have seen most of you doing is you take a big brush, you dip it in your powder, and what you generally do is you apply powder all over your face like this, because you don't want to overdo anything. But girls, this is not right. You really need to deposit the product in the areas where exactly you feel it's going to move all throughout the day. What is the right way of applying powder? I'm just going to take off all the fine lines under my eyes and take a small brush and deposit this powder. Tap off the extra and deposit the powder under the eye. You don't have to use too much, but it is very important to set this area. These are the areas which needs to be set with powder. And then on the rest of the face, you can very well apply the powder in the same way you do. But doing this step is not very important. Instead, doing the step with a smaller brush is more important. The next mistake that I have seen most of you doing is using the same brush for powder, for contour, for bronzer, and for blush. You don't have to do this blunder. Make sure you're using a separate brush for powder, for contour. You can use the same brush for contour and bronzer, but please make sure that your powder brush is different than the contouring brush. How exactly do you guys contour? We all know that technique, right? That's exactly the way most of us have learned. Take in your cheeks, and that's where you need to contour your jawline and your forehead. Do you think it's right? My cheekbones don't look lifted at all. Instead, I feel that my face looks more droopy now. I'm going to show you the right way of contouring. You exactly have to place your contour where you have the hollow. And blend it upwards. And I am not using the same brush that I used for my powder. I'm going to contour near my hairline as well. It's always near the hairline, not here. And the jawline too. This makes such a big difference. Now I'm going to tell you about bronzer as well, because now is the trend when people are applying a lot of bronzers. I'm going to use this bronzer from Chanel. There is a very easy technique of applying a bronzer that is in the form of C. But please remember, okay, let me tell you how do you apply it in C. Now this starts making you look more muddy. Whereas the right way of forming C, your C doesn't start from here. Your C always starts from your hairline and comes here. So it's always going to be here. And whatever is left on my brush, I'm going to apply it here. Now it's blush time. How do you apply blush? I have seen most of you applying blush right where the contour is. Can you see the blush? And this blush has a lot of sheen into it. Please don't do this blunder of applying a blush which has a lot of sheen just on top of your contour. This is a blunder. You don't have to do this. Instead, you have to apply your blush on the apples. There are a lot of girls who don't like applying blush right on the apples of cheeks. It's okay, you can apply your blush here as well, but make sure that your blush is just, you don't lay your brush on top of your contour. It has to be above your contour, merging pretty well with your contour. Now we come to highlight. This is something all of you love. And I have seen people highlighting their cheeks, coming here as well. Please don't do this. You are going to bring out the texture on your skin. You don't have to apply your highlight here. This is not the right area of applying highlight. Instead, you have to apply your highlight just where your bone is. Has to be here. Apply it on the tip of your nose, a little above your brows, never in the center, on the cupid and the chin as well. This is exactly the right way of applying highlight, because this is where the light is going to hit my face. So this side looks so much prettier, whereas when you look at this one looks all blabbered, right? Now we come to eyes. I'm going to show you how I've seen most of you doing your eyes. You always start with a darker color and work in your crease line with this dark color. And now by using the same brush, you're going to use a lighter color and apply it on the lid. The color payoff is not that great because you have blended a darker color with a lighter color. And And this is not exactly how you do your eyes. And the other mistake that I have seen you doing is that you don't blend the corners of your eyeshadow, and it looks as if you've just put your eyeshadow in this area. Whereas the right way of applying the eyeshadow is, I'm going to start with the lighter color. Okay, before this, I am going to apply the eye primer. I'm going to apply the concealer on top of my lid. And why is it important? Because in this way, the color of your eyeshadow will pop more. The pigment will show more. And your eyeshadow will be more long lasting. And now I'm just going to dust it with little powder. And I will start with the lighter color first. I'm going to work in my transition area with the lighter color. And now, by using the darker color, I'm just going to apply it in the outer corners. By using a clean brush, I'm going to blend both of this together. I'm going to work with the same color that I worked in my transition on my lower lash line as well. And voila, I'm done. Now we come to liner. I'm not going to show you the right or the wrong way of doing liner because I have done a full video on common eyeliner mistakes, which is right here, so you can see that in-depth video. Now we come to mascara. How do you guys mostly apply mascara? I've done a video on this as well, but let's be quick and do it. You just apply mascara on the tips of your lashes and you're good to go. Instead, the right way of applying mascara is to coat your lashes from the roots till the end. And I'm going to apply it on my lower lashes as well, which most of you generally forget. Now we come to brows. I have seen a lot of you doing this. Making a square right in the front of your brow. Our brows are not like this, guys. We don't need this. This is not the right way of doing brows. Who has such kind of brows? No. That's not right. Instead, you have to work on the arch of your brows. And just build lighter strokes in the front. That's how we want our brows to be. So the arch of your brow always needs to be darker, and this has to be very, very light. That's how we do our brows. Now we come to lips. I have seen most of you doing this, and trust me, my mom is one of them. Girl, you've got such pretty lips. And why do you want your lipper to be like this? Whenever I apply lipper on my mom's lips, she's like, why did you outline my lips? No, that's not the right shape. Give me the lip liner. And she wants to just do her lips herself. I don't know why. Instead, it's very important for you to apply lipstick on point on your lip line as well. And it makes a lot of difference. Yes, it does. So this is the final result right in front of you. Look at this side. And look at this side. Please write down in the comments below what mistake you have been making while doing your makeup, and improve your mistakes and let me know. It's not that I have learned it in just one go. I have also learned it from my mistakes. I'm sure this is how it was when I first started, and this is how it is right now. And if you guys feel comfortable, do send me your progress. I would love to see them. In case you like the video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time my video goes up. Stay tuned, and yes, do follow me on Facebook and Instagram and on my stories as well, because I keep updating you about my latest stuff on my stories. I love you all, stay blessed and keep watching.